Good afternoon. It's me. I'm just noticing. Let's have a check of this. That's interesting. It's all still there. I've got a bit of a cold. The main big padlock was still on, but I'm careful to close this properly. I mean, it's so remote here that a determined person could get in. It's not that, but yeah, not good. I'll check the cameras. That's job one. Building looks okay. Let's go down. I mean, it could just be an oversight. Might have just forgot. These things happen. Let's go and have a look at our composting toilet. Composting toilet. Camera. Check that as well. Hole. So, the thing is, I'm down on my own. We moved this last week so that we could dig the hole a bit deeper. And I did specifically say last week to everyone that was here that I couldn't move it back on my own, and that if we were going to leave it, I would need people down this weekend, because we've got people coming on Thursday, stay until Saturday. Not a big group, but nevertheless a group. And guess what? They're not here. So I know they'll be watching this video, and I hope with a sense of shame, because it's not like tearing at your hair, you know, rending your skin shame, but just a little bit of embarrassment, because you did say last week that you'd be available. Which brings me on to the next topic, which I'm going to moan about as I walk down and check the campsite, because I do that anyway, and you may as well listen to me moan. I've been a scout leader for 30 years, and usually with the older sections, so Scouts, Explorers and Network as it is now, Scouts and Venture Scouts as it was. And one of the things I have noticed over the years that has changed, and this isn't an old fart rant, so don't get all upset, right? Is the optionality these activities are treated with. 20 years ago, young people would come to something like Scouts and there would be a sense of duty, a sense of responsibility. I mean, the reasons for coming down is multifaceted anyway, because it just is. I mean, I think the main reason they come down is because their pals come down. And I think for some, obviously, it's different for each individual, but their pals come down, that's really important. It's good fun, that's really important. They're interested in what's going on, that's really important. But also underlying all that, there was a sense of, I don't know, I don't want to use the word dedication because that's not quite right. It was just a lot less optional 20 or 25 years ago than it seems to be today. Maybe it's just the way we run things. Maybe they just don't like me. That might be the case, who knows. But the point is that every now and again you just get a bit left in the lurch, and even when you say it's necessary, you still kind of get left in the lurch. And the funny thing about it is, the interesting thing about it is it's not because they're like visiting family. Sometimes it is, don't get me wrong, sometimes it is. It isn't because they've got definite things on that, you know, they don't have doctor's appointments. It's because of things like they were up all night playing video games the night before, or they want to go to the beach instead, which is fair enough, I totally get that. But if you commit to something, maybe it's commitment, maybe the word's commitment, maybe that's what I'm looking for. You know, sometimes if you say you're going to do something, or if you commit to something, you kind of need to, I think that's missing slightly. So I think commitment is a bit of an issue. So excuse me, I've got a fly on my camera. Oh, get off, good grief. That fly was committed to my face. So anyway, so I suppose that's my underlying message, and it's a boring message, I totally accept. Maybe it's because I'm boring. Maybe that's what it is. And I could totally accept that. At times I can be incredibly boring. But I'm an old fart. That's what happens when you get old, you get boring. That's what happens. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a generational thing. They're all sitting watching this going, it's because you're boring. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. What I'm going to do is move that myself. And I'm going to record it because, excuse my language, so I'm going to try and move that toilet block unit outhouse myself, and I'm going to record it because I think it'd be really funny if I was killed by my own toilet. See, if I'm under, if it lands on top of me and I appear to be laughing as it slowly crushes the life out of me, that will be why, because I think it would be deeply ironic. I may have mentioned this before, but I renovated the toilets in the Scout Hall, and I put all the awards that I get, all the awards, as if I get a lot of awards, the certificates that Scout Headquarters sends out habitually to people for just being here. I put all them up in the toilets, in the Scout Hall toilets. The fly's back on the camera, but I assume it's a different fly. Go away, go away, there you go. Yeah, so I put my awards up in the toilets that I created in the Scout Hall. I just think it would be really funny if another toilet just killed me. So the idea is just to move it very gently and hopefully in a backwards kind of direction and just get it back over the hole that it's supposed to be over. And then I've got some work to do inside. I need to cover the front where the bench in front of the, because I don't want people peeing on themselves. Kids are going to be using this. It could happen. So let's shimmy it back. I don't think this is going to work though. I think I'm going to struggle to do this, but let's have a bash anyway. I have fully risk assessed this, and the risk assessment is not great, but I'm going to do it anyway. So. It's roughly back to where it was. It's a bit wobbly. We didn't move it that far. Well, I'll show you, hold on, why not? I don't even see any of that down there. But there is a straight drop back into the hole there, so in your hamster cage apparently. I've never owned a hamster in my life. It's hand wash, antibacterial. Finishing touch. I mean, it's not, I say finishing touches, it's finishing touches for now, but see the front of the bench, I need to fill that in because there's just slats, and if kids are sitting on there and they're peeing, yeah, it needs to be. I've got some ground sheet which I'm just going to cut up, cover that up, just going to cover that up there. That doesn't look too bad. Don't look too closely. As with everything down here, don't look too closely, but that doesn't look too bad. This is short term. The annoying thing is if it gets used, it's going to be quite uncomfortable to do more with it, but we are where we are. There's nothing that we can do about that. So we are going to leave some cleaning items so that, yeah, because we don't want it to be left messy. And we are probably going to lock it. So I think that's us with this.